So friends, it's your girl K Stu, and I am back. Today is December 30th, and y'all see I'm in my car. But guess what? I'm not going to JoJo's, and I'm not going to Hobby Lobby. I was in Hobby Lobby yesterday, y'all, and I'm gonna tell you the crazy part was I picked up a zipper yesterday in Hobby Lobby because they had this pink fur, and I was like, ooh, I could make a jacket out of that. And y'all know I was doing my rich auntie jacket, and I was like, ooh, I could do another jacket out of this pink fur that they had in it. So I grabbed the zipper. I get home, and the zipper that I had to use for my jacket ended up being a closed zipper. Okay, so for my non-sewers who may not understand what I mean, so when you have a zipper, there's a separating zipper like you have on your jackets, which means you can go all the way down to the bottom, pull it apart, and you can have two pieces. Or like on certain hoodies or 3/4 joints like this one, this is a closed zipper, which means once I get to the bottom of this, it's not coming, it don't open, it's not going anywhere. So this is a closed zipper, but I needed a separating zipper. And I get home and I found out that the separating zipper I thought I had was not a separating zipper. And then Hobby Lobby was closed, and so was Walmart. So, but I did find a zipper that I use, and I'm happy that I found that zipper, and I love it the way it came out. So anywho, but let's talk about today's. And I got on here and I said, let me do I've been watching some YouTube videos this morning, and I said I want to get on here because I wanted today, because we're closing out 2023. Tomorrow is the last day of 2023, and to be honest with y'all, I feel like 2023 went by in an hour. I feel like I watched the show and I looked up and it was December 30th today. But what I want to talk to you about today, and maybe tomorrow, I'm not sure how much I'm going to be on here tomorrow because it is New Year's Eve. I got some things going on right now in my world that may not allow me to make a video tomorrow. So if I don't, Happy New Year's, everybody. I hope 2024, you're going into 2024 the way you want to complete the year. So I am famous for saying how you start your year is how you're going to go throughout your year. So whatever you're doing at 12, from between 12 o'clock to 2 a.m., that's most likely what you're going to be doing throughout your year, and who you may be doing it with, or who you may not be doing it with. But anywho, another story. But what I want to talk about today is, one, being accountable, apologizing, and then changing your actions to go with that apology. Because see, an apology without a change of action is merely words. It's nothing. And this is one of the reasons why I want to talk about this. Again, like I said, because it's the end of the year. Also because I have been watching Married to Medicine since it came on. Like, I watched season 1, episode 1, all the way to the current season, current situation. And I gotta tell y'all, when it came on in the beginning, I loved Quad. I thought Quad was my girl. She was the shit. I liked her. As the show went on, I realized that Quad was never accountable for herself. She can tell you what everybody else has done to her, but she won't talk about what she's done to other people. She don't apologize, and then she doesn't change her behavior so that they know that this apology is actually genuine. Now, I watched this last episode where they asked her to leave. I'm going to tell you the truth. I was truly surprised that she even showed up. Because if I was her, I wouldn't have showed up. The attitudes and the things you got at the rebirth and the lunch should have told you enough in your spirit that these girls not messing with me. So I feel like you showed up because contractually you may have had to. You probably didn't even want to because you said you weren't even emotionally attached to them. So when I'm not emotionally attached to anyone and I go do something, it's almost like, for me, it would be like let me see if they're really serious, or let me see if I screwed out enough BS and they went for it, or did they go for it? So to be honest with you, I was totally shocked that she even showed up. Now, with that being said, I also was hearing things about Dr. Jackie. And after the comment she made regarding black women going to the doctors and, you know, maybe exaggerating their pain levels and things like that. I don't know exactly what she said on the thing with her and Dr. Heavenly was talking, because I feel like this. When I'm talking to my good girlfriend, sometimes I may just be talking about some shit that's on my mind at that time. It may be an opinion, or it may have been something I saw earlier that day. It may not be something I resonate with everybody. That's just me. And my girlfriends better go to the grave with whatever I said and how I said it. But because they are in the world of reality TV and everybody's in their business per se, we caught wind of what she said and people weren't happy with it. I'm not happy with it either, because I'm going to tell you like this. I do not have women OBGYNs just for that reason. I don't have them. Like, I would hear people say, you need to get a woman doctor. And I'm like, for what? They do not freaking listen to what you're saying is going on with you. I've had 2 women doctors in my 48 years of life. 2. Only 2. And one, I didn't have a choice. One, I was 16. My mother gave me a woman doctor because she thought I would be more comfortable with a woman at that young age. You know, when you start your periods and all those things like that, and it's time to go see a real doctor for your womanly things that's going on. So my mother, because it was her insurance that I was under, found the doctor, and I had to go to the doctor. Once. I only went to that doctor one time. When I left that doctor's visit that day at 16, I told my mother, no, I don't ever want to go back to her. And my mother was like, because my mother was not in the room when I had my exam. And my mom's like, what happened? Do I need to be in that room? Do I need to go back in there and talk to her? I said no, because she ain't gonna hear you either. I was 16. I told my mother, I don't want to go back to her because she's not listening to me. I went to a male doctor after that, and I explained to him my symptoms, my pain levels, what was going on, what I did not understand. And that man sat down in that chair and explained to me what I was going through, or what possibly I could be going through. Now, fast forward 30-something years after that, I decided, well, maybe 20 years after that, I decided to try it one more time. I'm going to go to a woman doctor because I'm getting older. I had my tubes were tied at that time. And I go to the woman doctor, physician, OBGYN, and she, first of all, she comes in late, which I didn't appreciate. And she didn't apologize or nothing, but she came in late. And then she proceeds to tell me, as I'm telling her about my periods, how heavy they are, how much pain I am in with these periods, the cramps I'm having, how I've never had symptoms like this, and I've had my period since I was 12. I've never had symptoms like this. I have 3 children, and my tubes are tied. But she proceeds to tell me, you're still in your child-rearing age. Child-rearing age? Did you not read my chart that says my tubes are tied? Did you not read? You didn't read nothing? You don't understand that I'm not having any more children? So it made me feel as though I was just a number to her. I was just a check that she would be getting from my insurance company. And I immediately called the insurance company, reported her, let them know she's horrible, and I got rid of her. I got a male doctor who not only helped me, but was calling to make sure that the things that we had done were working. And if they weren't working, letting me know what else we could do before he would say, let's get a hysterectomy or do something like that. That's what I got from men. I've never gotten that from women. So I don't even believe that women should be OBGYNs. I just don't believe it. And I'm not saying don't do it. Ladies, do what you do. I'm proud of you when you go through all those things that you have to go through as, you know, medical school and your residency and all that. But some of y'all need to stop doing this and start doing this. Start actually listening to what your women are telling you, because everybody keeps saying, oh, it's a woman doctor, so she should understand, because I'm sure she's been through some of these things. Yes, but you got to remember that this doctor has forgotten all those things that she went through because she was too busy studying, or she was too busy trying to complete her residency. So she don't care no more about what we going through. That's just my opinion and my experience. That's why I don't have a woman doctor anymore. I've never had one after that. Now, all that to say, Dr. Jackie is going through some things, and she made an apology. She stopped in the midst of her holidays and said, I am sorry. She took accountability. First thing she did was take accountability. I listened to y'all. I'm hearing what you're saying. I'm sorry. Now let me move forward in a better way. Now, if she do it, I don't know, but she's putting it out there where we have to at least give her the opportunity, because she's accountable for it. She apologized for it, and now she's saying my behavior is going to change because of what I just went through and what I've heard. When I watched the episode with Quad in the rebirth and the dinner, I was like, Quad, all those tears, and I missed them too, that you had when they asked you to leave. You should have had that at the rebirth. You should have climbed out of that casket, and you should have said to them, one by one, individually, you should already know what you're apologizing for. That's first and foremost. First and foremost. Take accountability for your actions by apologizing. And when you apologize to those individual people, let them know what you are apologizing for. And then continue to let them know that my actions from this day forward will be this, not that. See, because if I was in that audience, if I was Toya, and you jumped out the casket, and you was like, and for you, ma'am, first of all, that ain't even how you come when you trying to rebirth yourself. And you're rebirthing to do what? Because from what I'm seeing, your actions look the same. Did nothing change? What you rebirthing? The same bad attitude you had at first? And again, I'm going to tell you, I used to love you, Quad. You were my girl, honey. The dog outfits and all. You was my girl. Whatever you and Dr. G went through, I am so sorry that you had to go through that, honey. I'm sorry. I don't think any woman should have to put up with any kind of mistreatment from their husband. Because when we get married, we're in our minds, we're saying, oh, this man got us. He got our back. We told God that we're going to be with this person till we die. So I'm sorry, baby, that you went through whatever you and Dr. G went through. I'm so sorry that you had to endure that. Because, again, I love you. I love you, Quad. You still my girl. But I don't like how you moving, baby. You moving funny. I don't like it. Take accountability for your actions to those women. Or leave them alone. You want to rebirth and you almost got into a fight with Toya at the table. That's not how you do it, baby. Those tears you had when you left, wherever y'all was, California or somewhere, I don't even know where y'all was at. Wherever, yeah, y'all was in Cali. Those tears and stuff that you had then, you should have had when you got out of that casket. That is how you show people that you're genuinely trying to fix what's been broken. Don't act as if you don't know what's been broken. Baby, you know it was broken. You called that girl a thief. You said on live TV, I stand on it, that yeah, she broke into the house and she knew something about it. Slim, we can't be, I'm not about to be cool with you and be friends with you, and you out here promoting that I'm a thief, calling my husband Eugina. You call my husband a pussy? But you lucky she didn't drag your ass on the floor. You lucky she didn't, because if it was me, You talk about my husband, I'ma drag you, boo. I'ma point, there it is. I'ma drag you. But that's just me. And I don't condone violence. I'm just put that out. I do not condone violence. But there are certain things that are off limits. Period. And your family, for me, my family is off limits. And if you go there and you go there wrong, you got to catch these hands. How Scrappy say, I'm about to put these paws on you, baby. You gonna get these paws today. Not mine. No, you're not. You're not gonna call my husband no fucking pussy. I'm the only one with the pussy in the house, baby. And I'm talking about Toya because she got all boys, just like me. I got all boys. I love Toya too. Let me just tell you, I love Toya. Toya is OG because I don't care what it is. She's standing up for hers, and just like at the party, who said what? She gonna confront you right there. I like Toya. I love Eugene. No, girl, don't you listen. Don't go there with Eugene. You better leave Eugene alone because Eugene is doing what he's supposed to do. He's taking care of his family. Regardless if their finances was fucked up or whatever, guess what? They stayed together. They worked it out and they fixed it. That's not your business. How Tabitha say, y'all know I'm famous for that. Stay out of other people's business and get your own. And you got your own and let you tell it. So why are you in their business? Why are you trying to destroy her? Did you forget about that? Did you need a reminder of what you said or what you did to her? So that you can go back and be accountable for her? And I'm going to tell you, I hope a lot of this is just scripted. I hope y'all off camera have said, baby, I'm sorry. Like, I ain't mean to do that. I didn't mean to say that. And be genuine about it. I just pray that that's what it is. Because you all have a platform for so many people are watching you, where so many people are watching you. And it's a lot of people that are looking up to you. Yes, Qual, you're not a doctor, but there are women out here who are looking up to you. There are women who say, you know what? Yeah, she's married to a doctor. She could have been a housewife and stayed home and did nothing, but she decided to open up her business or do this. She decided to continue to be strong. She decided to try to have a good a circle of sisters. There's women watching you, Quad. I was one of those women that was watching you, and I was praying, and I was hoping that, you know, things were going to happen good for you or continue to be good for you. Because I'm not saying things bad for you. I'm just saying I just wanted things to continually be better for you, be good for you. So I'm just saying that to say 2023, as we're moving into 2024, be accountable. Y'all, listen, first things first, be accountable for your stuff. Y'all, it's so important. And it's not even for the other person, it's for you. That holding yourself accountable for your actions is for you. Because guess what? And I'm talking about myself at this point. Because I had to be accountable for my actions for this year. And the way I was accountable for my actions was, this person hasn't been talking to me. And I think I'm blocked, so I don't even know if they got the message. But, well, one of them didn't get the message. But the first thing I said was, I'm sorry it took me so long to hear you, but I did hear you. And I want to take accountability for the way I made you feel. For the way I was moving that had you feeling a certain way, or had you thinking a certain way. That's one. I took accountability. Then I said, I am sorry. From the bottom of my heart, I am so sorry, because you did not deserve that. You are better than that. You are a better person than that. And you deserve better. And I didn't give you better. So, I apologize. Last thing I said, I'm going to do that. Last thing I said was, my movement from this point on is this. And if you want to talk, if you want to get something off your chest, for me, I'm open. I'm here to listen. But this is how I am moving from this point forward. This is how I'm moving from this point. From the point where I took accountability. I apologize for my movements and how they made you feel. But this is how I'm moving from this point. Not from last week, Not from 30 minutes ago before I took accountability and I apologize, but from this moment, this is how I'm moving. Now, if the way that I continue to move is something that you think is going to be a benefit or something that you want to be a part of your life, I welcome it. But you have to do that. Listen, I ain't gonna lie to y'all. When I did that, I felt a release because I felt like I was holding on to something. I was being angry at something. I was being angry at someone because of what they did to me, right? Same thing with Quad. I'm mad at you because this is what you did to me. But you got to stop and think to yourself, in the midst of them doing that to me, and I'm an Aries, so I'm going to tell y'all know I'm a fire sign. Somebody do something to me, I ain't going to lie. Like, you could talk about me, and you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to come back with the killer. Killer is coming out, and I'm going to take you down. You're not about to talk about me or make me feel a certain way, and I'm going to just let it go. I'm coming back 3 times harder than what you did. A lot of people forget that. Whether it was because of what you did to me or what, it don't make no difference. Because guess what? You can't control what other people do. You can only control what you do. So my thing was, this is what I did. And I didn't come to that person and say, this is what I did because of what you did to me. No, ma'am. I said, this is what I did to you. Point blank, period. This is my actions were this. And as I look back on my actions, you didn't deserve that. You did not deserve that. I don't care what they did to, I do care what they do to me. But at that time, it wasn't about that. It was about getting myself together, getting myself back right. And for me to do that, I had to start by taking accountability for my actions, because that's the only thing I can take accountability for. Minds. So 2024, before 2024 comes in, if you are angry with someone for whatever reason, if you got a beef with somebody for whatever reason, if you're been disappointed by someone for whatever reason, if you have issues with someone for whatever reason, look at the situation in whole and look at your actions. Look at your actions for that situation. Take accountability for your stuff. Once you take accountability for your stuff, if you feel that there's an apology due, then issue that apology to that person. Trust me, this is not for the other person. This is for you. Because at the end of the day, the way people are, the way people act, the way people are brought up, the way people do things may not be the way you do things. You may encounter people who don't treat you the way you treat other people. But that does not mean that that's supposed to change who you are. I'm going to say it again. You are going to encounter people, situations, co-workers, friends, family, strangers, and they are going to do something that you may not like. They're going to do something that you may say, this is affecting me a certain way. You can't control their actions. But just because that person is not supposed to change who you are. So if you have the persona, or you believe that you are this person who is open and loving and a team player, and I'm caring and I'm compassionate then what other people do shouldn't change that about you. So look at the situation in whole. Look at your actions only. And then figure out your next course of direction because of that situation. I hope that makes sense to everybody. It made a whole bunch of sense to me. And when I tell you, it was the biggest release I ever had. I feel like I had a rebirth from that. I feel, and one of the people that I was accountable, apologized, and told them how I'm going to be moving from that day forward, or from that moment forward, they've opened their arms to embrace me. It's not for them, it's for you. Just remember that. That's my message for the day. Don't go into 2024 holding on to things that they really don't mean you any, they don't mean you any good at all. Don't carry that into your new year. Whatever you're doing at the beginning of the year is probably what you're going to be doing throughout the year. With that being said, I'm going to holler back at y'all because I'm going to cut this music back on. I'm going to got a couple podcasts. Well, actually, I'm about to listen to one of my books. I'm going to listen to my book. And I'll see y'all